Hello there and welcome. The topic for today's video, 8 tips to increase your sales. Now, I know people who are watching this may not consider yourself as a salesperson or a marketer or whatever it may be. But if you're involved in leading, guiding, helping, persuading, whatever it is, then there are elements of a sales process in your particular vocation, whether you like it or not. So don't think you have to be a salesperson to get some value out of what I'm about to share with you. Think instead about how you can become more influential and more persuasive and a greater leader with the people around you, all right? And the reason I'm doing this is because many people over the last month in particular have talked to me saying, Peter, I wish I could sell more, but I know I'm not a salesperson and I'm not a natural salesperson. Well, I've got news for you on that, and I'll come back to that in a minute. My name is Peter Beckenham, the village marketer, and as always, talking to you from my little Thai village way up near the Cambodian border and the Lao border, for that matter. And let me just stop and acknowledge some lovely people who are sharing their time, because I truly appreciate people who share their time with me. Who have we got here today? Let me see. Yvonne Jones, we sell every day, starting with selling out. Absolutely, Yvonne. Totally agree with you. You have to sell yourself. It doesn't have to be in a selling environment. BJ, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Cecil, hey Cecil, good to see you, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Mary Triggs, hello, Mary. Lovely to see you. Peter O'Reilly, good to see you, mate. Hey, you got your daughter organised, eh? Susan Stokes, thank you very much. Great to be contacting someone from Paris, everybody. We've got Paris, UK, we've got Lebanon. Hyacinth, good to see you as well. Penny Clegg, lovely to see you as well. Janet Claire Pacelli, we've got Great Britain on board too. And all your Brexit stuff, right? Good luck with your Brexit. I can't keep up with what's going on with that. Sanjay, good to see you as well. Thank you very much. Anthony Pacelli, good to see you as well, my man. And if I get any else, if I've missed anybody, my sincere apologies, okay? But let me get started, okay? 8 tips that will increase your sales and your sales potential. The first one, clarify your audience. Now, by the way, I'm not going to share anything today. Stay with me, please. But I'm not going to share anything today that's going to shock the socks off you. I'm here to remind you of the darn obvious. And some people know the obvious, but aren't doing it, okay? So the first one is to clarify your audience. In other words, who in the heck is your target audience? And make that as clear and as specific as you can, because you cannot be all things to all people, and you end up being nothing to everybody and sell nothing as well, right? So you've got to think, who needs what you've got? Who is it? Once you know what you've got, right? Who needs what you've got? Then how do you find them? How do you approach them? Are they willing to pay? And that leads me to the next bit. Make sure that you're only spending time talking to prospects that you've qualified. In other words, disqualify people who are not your cup of tea, who are not willing to take the time, effort, and money to invest to work with you, who are not willing to do anything. They want an overnight success. Or maybe you just don't like them, right? That's your call. If you don't like somebody, you don't have to work with them. Who cares, right? There's plenty of people out there for your services. So the first one is clarify your audience. And I cannot stress that enough. Do not spend all your time trying to sell your stuff, right? And know your stuff until you know who you're going to sell it to. Get the order right. Get the order right, or you will be in trouble. Number 2, once you're talking to people, ask, listen, and confirm your understanding. This is all about questioning, okay? Nothing new, as I told you, but you need to ask open-ended, empathetic, emotionally based questions. Now, if you're not sure what sort of questions they may be, message me and ask me, and I can send you something, all right? But you need to be asking questions, and you need to be not promoting yourself, not doing all the talking. They are the center of your attention. They should be talking 80% of the time, not you. And they should be talking to answer your questions, okay? And by the way, when they answer your questions, you need to keep them in the loop. In other words, use little things like, okay, yeah, I understand. Can you tell me a bit more than that? I'm not sure, did I understand you correctly? Or does that make sense? Use terms like this to keep them constantly in the loop. And by the way, a rule of thumb for you, which I've mentioned before, but I'll remind you, do never go more than 60 seconds without them saying something. If you've been talking for 60 seconds, shut up for a minute. Get them involved in the conversation, all right? That's an important thing. Next one, work on your sales skills. Okay, work on your sales skills. Now, the sales skills are many and varied. It could be how you go about prospecting for new customers, how you go about approaching new customers, how you go about holding a sales conversation with customers, how you go about perhaps getting the customer to buy something from you, how you go about following them up to make sure they are happy, or to follow up because they haven't bought something yet from you. All these are part of the sales skills. And if you don't have sales skills, right? Because I can tell you, most people are not natural salespeople. In fact, 87% of the top marketers in the world were not natural salespeople. Okay, they had to learn the skills. They had to learn the skills. You can all learn the skills. You can. And if you implement these 8 things I'm sharing with you, there's some of the natural skills you can do. Okay, make sure you do that. And by the way, if you really don't know what your skills are, again, reach out and talk to me, all right? Number 4, this is really very important, very important. It's fine to appreciate, to like, or even love what you have and what you do. That's fine. But you know what? That's all egotistical. That's all you. What is essential for your sales is for you to love what you can do for your potential customer, what you can do for your prospect. That's the bit you need to absolutely love, okay? That is so very important. If you get that right, then you don't need sales scripts, because you know deep down in your heart that what you've got for them can really impact on them, can really help them. Okay, and so you'll have a natural conversation where you're busting to come out to what I would suggest the next point you need, a really good organic sales process. This is important. This is the next point. You need a simple sales process. Don't wing it. In simple terms, you've got to find out where they are here with my hand. You've got to find where they are here, right? Where they are now, where they want to go up here. And then how do they get there? What are the steps they need to get there? You need to be able to work out what those steps are. Share it with them. Share it with them. And then you can slip your solution in to see whether it fits with their liking, their budget, and their awareness level of you. Okay? That's what it is. Now, that's a sales process. If you don't have a sales process, again, reach out and message me, right? Because you need it. You can't wing it. Don't wing it. Number 6, key. Well, they're all key, but here's the number 6. I'm nearly finished. Have a mindset of serving, not selling. You've heard me say this before. Please don't ignore it. Have a mindset of serving, not selling. When you approach every single sales conversation, 2 things you should have in your mind. On the assumption you have qualified who you're talking to. On the assumption you have disqualified people who you don't want to work with. This is what you should have in your mind then, with these people who have passed your qualification process. 1, what value can I give them? What can I give them? What real value can I give them? And 2, how can I go the extra mile for this person and surprise them, right? How can you go the extra mile for that person and surprise them? Think of those 2 things. Have that mindset, and I can assure you, you will enjoy what you're doing. And if you've got it prepared in advance, you're busting to help them, all right? By the way, one last thing. When you're doing a sales conversation, even with a helping mindset, okay, and a serving mindset, please don't go through a list of all the features of your product that do not directly impact on the problem you're trying to solve, okay? If you know the prospect's problem, show how your particular solution can solve it. But don't go on ad infinitum about all the other bells and whistles you've got, okay? That's just food for the sideboard for them. Don't confuse them, okay? And that means you're going to talk too much anyway. Number 7, key again, Know your key performance indicators, your KPIs. Be honest with yourself here. Think about it. How many calls do you need to make every week in order for you to survive? How many calls every day do you need to survive to make? What's the length of your sales cycle? In other words, typically when you first meet with a prospect to the final sale and they become a customer of yours, how long is that? Is it 1 week? Is it 1 month? Is it 6 months? Know what that is. Okay, know what that is, and then work on trying to improve for the benefit of both of you. So know your KPI factors, all right? And number 8, the last one, see, told you it wouldn't be too long today. Number 8, make sure, and please write this down. This is the school teacher coming out of me, but this is critical for you. Make sure that every prospect in every sales conversation can see the value of your offer. Okay, can see the value of your offer in their potential. 1, their potential increase in revenue. If they use what you've got, what would happen to their revenue, and get them to think about what would happen. Don't you tell them, get them to think, if I could do this for you, what would happen to your future revenue, right? Secondly, if I can do this for you, Mr. Prospect, what would happen to your costs going forward? How much can we save from what you're doing now, right? And 3, if I do this for you, Mr. Prospect, how much do you think we can increase your market share, right? Increase in revenue, decrease in costs, and increase in market share. Get them to think this through. Get them to have some ideas of the value you are giving them in those terms. Because once you do that, then the actual price of your services becomes inconsequential. It doesn't matter whether it's $5 or 5,000. They can see by following what you're about to give them, they're going to get an increase in sales potential or cost saving or a market share increase of X. And hopefully that X is a lot bigger than what you're charging them, right? So there you go. I hope you found this of help. One last thing, anyone have just joined me, I'm not sure. Lynette, good to see you from Malaysia. Thank you very much for joining me. If I've missed anybody, my sincere, hang on, I'll just go through here. Oh, I won't do it because I'm afraid to lose things. The bottom line is this. There's 8 tips for you. Try them out. If you're unsure about any of them, message me. Talk to me for goodness sake. We'll set up a calendar link, and I mean, it's not going to cost you anything. I'll just share some ideas with you, all right? Call to action time. Most of you know this, but if you're not already with me, come and have hello. Come and say hello. Come and join my Facebook group. It's called Your Next Level. Your Next Level, okay? It's a group where we look at trying to take you and your business to the next level. Pretty simple. Okay, as always, thank you very much for sharing your valuable time with me. I hope you got some benefit out of that. Please like this video, please comment on it, and please share it. Please share it. If you've got someone in your team that might get some value from this, share it with them. I would love you to do that, okay? And if you leave any comments, I will always respond. Okay, until next time, best wishes from Thailand. Okay, bye for now. Bye.